Gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-46, 48-46, and 47-47 for the winner by majority decision. And
undisputed champion of the world, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Welcome to episode 122, where we have Zachary, who I guess wants to interrupt with the burp, and Alvaro as your host, Zach co-host. Anyways, episode 122 here. We're going to do UFC review, if you did not just hear that. And really, we're just going to talk about UFC and just this past weekend. It's more than enough to talk about. And at the end, we have a small major announcement. But let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's talk about Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev. What you said you got to watch like half of the fight.
Yeah, I would say half.
So you didn't get to see the first round at all? Didn't
see the first round. I saw the end of the second round and then the whole third round.
Well, I'll tell you the first round. In my opinion, Fiziev won that round.
Okay.
He was like fast, bro. I'm talking about like I was talking about it. My girl was talking about it. The commentators were like, Fiziev's speed is like insane.
Well, even in the parts that I was watching, his hands were like
they're just flying, bro.
Yeah, he's fast.
But you know, I think he kind of got a little faded out towards the end of the second, and especially the third. I think Justin Gaethje just in the second, he kind of showed like he kind of adjusted, and showed that he's kind of just better, overall better.
Yeah.
Now,
I think it has to do with the experience too.
I think it definitely does. I think Fiziev has not fought somebody like Justin Gaethje, because Justin Gaethje was kicking the shit out of him, bro. I don't know if you got to see any of those kicks, bro, but just hitting those like legs just right here, bro, just right there, just hitting them, beating them up, and I mean that just slows down your opponent. So the fight was good. It got fight of the night. Not surprised. And I think Fiziev has a bright future ahead of him, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I guess what's your thoughts on that fight?
Well, like I said, I didn't really watch the first round. When I started watching it, Fiziev was already pretty busted up.
Yeah, his eye roll was full.
Yeah, but I could tell like he is he's a good fighter, bro. He's gonna be a brawler. He's gonna be like another Michael Chandler and like another Gaethje, I think. I thought he was gonna win, honestly, but that was just because I'd never seen him fight. But I was just like, he's young, he's hungry.
Yeah, and he
wants to
definitely
come
showed
in
that.
and make a statement, but. He obviously took an L, which is cool, but I think as far as the round and a half that I saw, I don't have anything bad to say about his fighting.
Did you see Justin Gaethje get the little takedown at the end? And I don't know if you saw it, but at his post-fight, he was like, fuck you guys, I got my takedown. It was pretty funny.
I don't think so.
No, you
I don't
didn't
know.
see it?
Because I was at work, so I was kind of like in and out
of the fight.
Like both him and the Usman fight, I was kind of in and out of, so I didn't really get a lot of the main parts. But
yeah, that was him in the post fight. We'll talk about kind of the future of Justin Gaethje a little bit after we start talking about the Usman and Leon fight. So starting off, Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman, really really good fight. Like I said,
kind of boring though.
Not to me, bro. I was like in the zone. I was locked in.
I thought it was kind of a boring fight, but also,
it was
like
so
I was saying,
technical, bro.
I was in and out of it, like because I was at work, so I was kind of like, I didn't watch the whole thing through and through. I watched like,
well, if you're watching snippets, I can see why you
Yeah.
thought it was boring.
Yeah, I was just watching snippets of but I did rewatch the fight yesterday on TikTok, but from what I saw the first time I watched it, I was kind of in and out, and I was like, damn, this is a really boring fight. Like,
no, bro, I didn't think it was boring at all.
Yeah, well,
But I don't know if you saw that I posted the clip where I said that Leon's going to win a decision.
I think I did see that. Yeah,
but I kind of just want to mention, I was like, I just don't see Kamaru getting knocked out again, and seeing I can definitely see Leon winning by decision. And someone like, I mean, I know you thought Usman won. There was a lot of people who thought.
Well, I did.
Not a lot of people, but there was a few people that were like,
I thought Usman won when I was watching In and Out.
Yeah.
But when I rewatched the fight, like actually watched it on TikTok, I was like, okay, I don't think Leon won by a lot, but I do think
it was a really close
I
fight.
do think he won. After I rewatched the fight and actually watched it all the way through, I was like, okay, Leon, he won that fight, but not by much.
Yeah, and when it comes to title fights, it's really like close ones too. Like the champion always has that edge or the advantage. I feel like because you're the champion, bro. Someone has to take your belt. Yeah, like you got to take it away, like no question.
Yeah, it's like a court case. You're innocent until you're proven guilty.
So, in my head, I already knew it was pretty clear that Leon won, and I knew it was pretty tight. But I was like, he did enough to come with the win and really just like stay as champion. But I want to talk a little bit about the fight that I saw that was pretty interesting. Watching the fight, Leon just starts, showing kicks, trying to keep distance,
tearing his legs up.
He was tearing his legs up from the get-go, which was so smart to do because, I mean, rounds 3 to 5, you can tell Kamaru had like not a lot of power in his punches. And even the takedowns just got really bad for him. Yeah. So what's interesting is that like Usman kept his distance, bro, like reach distance. And I thought that was really interesting because in the first fight, Usman kept backing up Leon to the cage like constantly. And I don't know if Usman was hurt prior to the fight or that was his game plan to keep the distance. But I was just like, bro, you were beating Leon Edwards by pressuring him throughout the whole fight. You just got caught. I was like, why? Like I said, I don't know why he kept a distance more. And because I feel like gave Leon Edwards the advantage by keeping that distance. Because all he kept doing was kicking him. And I don't know if it was with the kicks that he didn't want to get kicked in the legs anymore or in the body. But I was like, bro, that shit was pretty interesting that's what he did, And then did you see where like that one knee to the head where it rocked Usman? Yeah. That was pretty. I was like, bro, he ate that. I don't know how he ate that.
Yeah. And Leon was still throwing them fucking kicks, bro.
Bro, you like the body shifts to the leg, to the body?
And the head kicks.
Yeah, there was a few.
He still threw a few, and I was like...
Scary, right?
I was like, damn, bro. Like, I saw a few of them, and I was like, damn, he's really trying to knock him out with the same head kick. But Usman, he wasn't going to let that happen again with the head kick, so... And it was good, though.
And another thing is that everything that Usman tried to do, Leon just had an answer for everything, bro. For the takedowns, I mean,
especially for the takedowns,
4 out of 14, I think, was the number.
Yeah. And Kamaru's a strong ass dude.
Yeah,
like it takes a lot of power to stop his takedowns.
And I was like, man, like that's like I was just blown away by Leon's performance because Usman has like dominated everyone he's fought. Even when he fought Colby, and Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal, both times, like he dominated everybody. I'm sure there's a few past fights that he had that were pretty close in the beginning of his career. But, bro, like, this is the first time we got to see Usman get, like, how do
like an even matchup.
Yeah, or like just...
or not manhandle somebody, really.
Yeah. Like he didn't just to get, like, just walk over or just destroy this
like,
person.
even their second fight was... He dominated that fight until he got caught. Usman.
Oh, yeah. That's Usman what I'm saying. That like Usman
he's dominated every fight except for this one.
Yeah. So that was really interesting to see. I was like, damn, bro. Like, and it's kind of it's a little sad, because those are indicators that, like, Usman's not that guy anymore, or he's just gotten figured out. Like, people have evolved. Yeah. He has enough film, or Leon just did enough homework to be prepared for the fight.
I still think Usman's that guy, bro. I think he'll dominate the division once again, and him and Leon will fight, or Usman will get another title shot, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that
because he's so good.
In a second. I want to talk about one more thing about the fight, and then we'll talk about like kind of the post-fight stuff. But I was a little annoyed with Usman calling a low shot the first time. I don't know if you saw it. Well, you say you saw
the nut kick.
There was two. Well,
one of them was like a real nut
but the
kick.
first one, and this was before that one.
Oh,
there was one, and it was like, yo, what the fuck are you tripping about, bro? Like, come on, and he does this every fight, bro. Usman,
No, he did it with Colby.
he does.
Yeah.
No, he does it with everybody. Everybody. Masvidal. Every fight, he complains about an eye poke. He complains about a nut shot. He complains about something, and it's so fucking annoying. And that's why I never been a fan of Usman like that. Because I'm like, bro, just fight. Even I know Leon got under his glove,
The claw. Yeah.
but I'm like, bro, this UFC, who doesn't do that?
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to say like, oh, dirty fighting's okay, but bro, in every sport, like there you find ways to get an edge over your opponent, whether it's clean or not.
Yeah. The only thing that I can say about the one of the nut kicks was like,
Yeah, it was
a fucking nut kick. Like it was bad. And then the other one that I think was fair was definitely Leon grabbing the cage.
yeah,
on the
that one
takedown.
was fucking like crazy and laughing. I was like, Leon, what the fuck, bro?
Because that honestly probably would have been a takedown.
It was going to be a takedown,
And it could have. It could have
could have
changed the fight. It could have changed the fight.
that round.
Though that round, maybe the fight.
Yeah,
You never know.
yeah.
But I was like, damn, he like clear as day grabbed the fucking cage so he didn't get taken
But I
down,
mean,
so.
if you think about it, bro, if you're playing your cards right, I mean, fuck, that's a good call from Leon. I know it's not what you want to see,
No, yeah.
but
It's
you're
yeah.
doing what you're doing to stay the champ, you know?
Yeah. Even if he would have got deducted a point,
And he
it was obviously worth it. I don't think did he lose any points?
he lost that point.
He lost that
he got-
point. Okay.
So he got, I believe it was the nut shot that was not a nut shot the first time, and then I want to say there was an eye poke or something. No, it was, and then the grabbing on the cage.
Glove,
Oh yeah, it was the glove thing,
and then the cage.
and then it was the cage, and Leon was upset because I was like, bro, just give me a final warning, and just took the point. But I was like, okay, look, you took the point, and you're standing them back in the middle versus going back in that position. So I thought that was a good call by Herb Dean.
He's the best, bro.
He is. He's one of the best referees in the UFC. And then there was like that eye poke, like it was like a grass, bro, like that. And again, Usman and even Herb Dean was like, bro, keep fighting. Like, and Herb Dean rolled his eyes, which I thought was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then obviously the cage thing, which was so obvious. I was laughing. I was like, Leon, what the fuck, bro? Don't do that.
Yeah.
And he was just like, what the fuck I do? I was like, bro, you know what you did.
You know what you did. You was grabbing the fuck out of that cage.
But man, I was so happy, and when I would see Leon just respond to Usman, bro, just throw some punches, throw some kicks, I was like, bro, he's not fucking scared. He's not
at all.
scared.
Yep.
And then, like, I guess too, the coldest picture or coldest moment of that fight was the beginning, bro, where Usman walks up to Leon and Leon just fucking points at him like this.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was like
Headshot. Dead.
like just reminding him, and he even said it. He's like, it was an interview today, and I saw that he was like, man, he just came up to me, and I just want to remind him that what happened last time.
Yep.
I was like, bro, that's cold, bro. That's cold. He's a dog. But let's talk a little bit about, I guess, post fight or I guess what's next for both fighters, right? So obviously it was trending like crazy. Colby shows up for a weigh-in on Friday, and he makes weight and blah blah blah. So everybody knows that he's there and he's the backup fighter, which was which was kind of surprising and which was kind of funny.
Nobody knew about it.
Yeah, and I was like, whatever. Like, he's such a fucking. I think he's such like a. He wants to be champion so bad, bro. Like,
But he's really good though.
but he's not that good.
He's good.
He's really good. Yes, you're right.
He was the closest. I think he was the best fight for Usman until Leon, obviously, this past time. But
yeah,
Colby's like gave Leon the best, or not Leon,
Usman,
Usman
yeah,
the best run for his money.
he did. He did the second time. I mean, the first time.
Both times.
He TKO'd him the second time.
Well, yeah, but
so
I don't
you know.
I think Colby's really fucking good.
I think the same thing. But anyways, Colby was there. Motherfucker was celebrating when Leon won. And that shit pisses me off because I'm like, bro, people really underestimate Leon Edwards. Like, they might think like, first, everybody, he didn't get no respect. People thought he got lucky. And everybody knew this fight coming in. Like, you lost the last fight, like rounds 1 through 5 till you got the knockout. Like, you really have to prove everyone that you're that guy, you know? And he did. And now everyone thinks that he's just a walk in the park. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal, Kobe Covington, Chimaev, like they all think the belt's just up for grabs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, don't sleep on Leon. Like, he literally took out the pound for pound at one point, put him to sleep, and then beat him in decision. Like, he's not gonna be a walk in the park. So, anyways, this whole Kobe thing, he's there, fucking celebrating that Usman lost. I was like, bro, you're such a lame ass dude. Like, I know he talks a lot of shit and everything, but I was like, the fact that I see you celebrating on the sidelines like a cheerleader, thinking that you're finna get a title shot next, because you're probably like riding Dana White's dick all the time.
But he probably is though.
I'm sure he is, because Dana White is over here saying, "Oh, he's next for the title shot." He said
Colby's definitely next.
Yeah, because I was like,
because Colby came in, dropped like 18
who
pounds. Who cares
though?
Yeah, but I understand that. But
no, bro. I was like, you're a professional. Anyone who gets called up as a backup fighter, that don't mean you're next for the title shot.
But Colby is probably the next best in the division.
But he hasn't fought in a year and a half.
Yeah, that is true.
He only, and the thing is too, bro, in my opinion, it's just like he beat Jorge Masvidal in decision. He couldn't even knock him out. Couldn't even put him out. And then he loses to Usman twice. And I think before that is when he beat Tyron Woodley. And this was in like 2016, 2017. So he's only fought like four times in the last 4 5 years. Like one fight per year. And that's just like, I understand why Dana White, it's Dana White privilege, to be honest. You know, McGregor has it or had it.
He still does.
Yeah, he still does.
When he comes back, he'll get whatever fight he wants.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that later too, about Conor. But I'm like, man, I just don't think Colby deserves a title shot now. And I think that Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns needs to play out first. And then whoever wins that fight needs to fight Colby. Which
that might be what happens.
And I'm like, that's what I'd rather see, because then now you have like a real, because I don't think there's like a real contender, bro. Like, I think if Gilbert fought Leon, good fight. If Leon fought, I think that's an easy fight for Leon. Jorge's not that good anymore. And then Colby fights Leon. I think that's a really good fight too. I don't think that's a bad fight. I think it's a really good fight. But also too,
I think Colby and Leon would be a better fight than Usman and Leon.
I think so too.
Stylistically,
yeah.
I think it would be a better fight.
And you know why? The only reason why I think Colby would in that fight would be better, because Colby would take more chances.
Yeah, and
it puts him at risk.
Exactly.
And
Colby's
Leon,
a dog, bro.
Yeah, and Leon's a little bit like that too. Like, I mean, he got caught a lot the first fight, and I feel like Usman always played it safe, and he was really smart, really safe. But Colby's definitely a little bit more riskier, aggressive. Yeah, there you go. Than Usman. So, but I also want to see Gilbert fight Colby, bro. Gilbert Burns.
Yeah,
I think he's so underrated.
Gilbert's really. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
So that's what I think that should happen. I got so annoyed seeing that Dana White was like right after the fight, oh yeah, Colby deserves a title shot. He made weight, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I understand it, bro, but you haven't fought in a year and a half. You haven't won you beat Jorge Masvidal, who, I mean, he hasn't won a fight in I don't know how long.
Since
Nate Diaz, I think.
Ben Askren.
No, he beat Nate Diaz, but it was by like what was it? The doctor stoppage.
Yeah, which was fucking bullshit.
He lost to Usman twice. He lost to Colby, and he barely beat Nate Diaz because of a stoppage.
Yeah,
you know,
and I don't even think that stoppage should have happened. But
I don't think so
that's
either.
Besides the point. So
it's like, I don't know, bro. That's why I don't give that much credit to Colby Covington, because I know he beat what's his name, Tyrone Woodley, but then after that, he hasn't really beat anyone impressive.
Yeah.
Like I said, bro, I want to see Gilbert Burns and Colby, because I think Gilbert Burns sleeps
Jorge.
Yeah, easily, bro.
2 rounds.
Because let's not forget, bro, Gilbert Burns versus Chimaev. Did you remember that fight?
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think
Hamzat deserves to fight at 170 though.
No, bro.
He needs to fight at 175. But yeah, bro, we'll kind of see, I guess, how this whole what is it called? Is it welter or middleweight?
Welterweight.
So we'll see what happens in that weight class. I think like I said, I think it's just funny how everybody thinks Leon's a walk in the park. I think he's gonna defend his belt, bro. I think the only one that can beat him is, I would say, you know, Colby Covington, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Colby.
As much as I don't want him to fight next,
I think Colby could beat Leon, honestly.
But I just feel like he has to prove to himself and to like the UFC fans that he deserves to be a title shot contender, I guess.
Yeah.
Not just because he has Dana White privilege and because he fucking likes Trump like Dana White. I mean, that's really true, bro. Like, that's the only reason. And it's just like, come on, bro. Let's keep it fair and square. So
We'll see what happens though.
yeah, we'll see how we have. Like I said, I think that weight class is really interesting, and then
Stacked.
also it's stacked. I mean, because Usman can fight anyone too. Like I don't think, and we'll talk about this now. Like Usman and Justin Gaethje are retiring soon. I mean, Justin made it pretty clear. He's like, I don't have much longer in the UFC. I'm gonna have one more shot at the title.
Yeah, one more title run. Yeah.
And Usman, the same thing, bro. Like he's 36. His knees are fucked up. He just lost twice. You know, he lost the belt and then tried to get it back and couldn't get it back. And it's just like, how do you kind of have to make a decision. Like, do you fight just to fight, or do you fight for another title shot? Or I kind of like, you know, what's next for him. So we'll talk about I guess Justin Gaethje first, really, bro. In your opinion, like overall, what do you think about Justin Gaethje and his UFC career?
I love Justin Gaethje. I think he has a great career. I think that his career would be so much better if he wasn't so reckless. Because he's a lot like Michael Chandler. He's just a brawler.
Yeah.
And that's why his middle name or his nickname is Highlight.
Yeah.
Like he's always chasing the highlight.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he would have been more technical in his career, which his career obviously isn't over. I think he's still got a good 4 or 5 fights left in him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I think if he is more technical in his fights and more like takes his wrestling a little bit more serious, like really honing in on his wrestling skills, he would be one of the best fighters in the UFC because his striking
is nice.
Is like probably the best in his way, in my opinion. Some of the best, but his everything else is not that great. He's just relies on brawling.
His ground game is just not there.
No, it's just his ground game is terrible.
Because his kicks are nice too.
Yeah, his whole standing up game is like
real nice,
really good.
Yeah,
and his chin is fucking tough.
He eats and takes a lot of punches to the face. It was pretty nice to a memorable fight. You know, you almost see him knock out Charles Oliveira, drops him, I believe once or twice.
I can't remember,
but he falls short, and he got caught. You know, him and Dustin Poirier fought. That fight was crazy good too.
Mm-hmm. I think that's who he fights next.
And then I think so too. We'll give our thoughts on that too here in a second. But when he fought Chandler, we all knew that fight was gonna be crazy.
Oh, and it was.
And then it was fucking insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Justin Gaethje has the most bonuses in the UFC for a reason.
11.
I believe it. Yeah, it's 11.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, bro, if you do the math, 11 times what, 50K?
50K, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do the math in my head because I'll get made fun of. Really?
550,000, yeah.
So,
just off
bonuses. Yeah, bonuses, which is crazy, bro. I think he will be probably in the Hall of Fame
absolutely
in the UFC.
He will.
Now the question is, like, do we see Justin Gaethje really making another run to the shot at gold? And keep in mind that Islam Makhachev is the current champion right now.
I don't think so.
Who do you think he has to beat to get through there to fight the?
He would have to beat Poirier, which is tough,
and he would have to beat someone else, right?
Yeah,
like he has to beat 2 people.
Yeah,
that's what my thoughts.
He beats Poirier. I think he beats Poirier.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah, I think so.
I'm just a fan of Poirier.
I like Poirier, but
I don't think he beats him.
I love Gaethje. The only reason I picked Rafael over Gaethje was because he was young and hungry, and I think Gaethje's on his way down. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad Gaethje won that fight. Like both the main events, I'm glad that Leon won. I'm glad that Gaethje won. Those are the people I wanted to win.
You just had your picks.
But I just had my picks. But Gaethje has to beat Poirier, and then
like the winner out of like Charles and Dariush?
Yeah, which I don't see him beating either of those guys.
Yeah,
I think Dariush is the best fighter in that division aside from Islam.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he beats either of those guys, Oliveira or Dariush. So he's never gonna get a title, and that sucks for him because he's a really good fighter. But sure, he can make a run. He'll probably fight 4 or 5 more times, but he'll win 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's my same thing. But the Poirier fight, I think it's a 50-50 fight, to be honest.
Who won the first one?
Dustin.
Poirier? Okay.
Yeah. But
Decision?
it was, I believe so. It was really close fight though.
Okay. I watched it, but I don't remember.
And I think the Charles and Dariush fight is going to decide a lot what happens next in that division.
Yeah. Whoever wins that fight will be the next title.
Yeah, I think so.
Title fight.
And I think the loser should fight the winner of the whoever Justin Gaethje fights next.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think it should be Dustin Poirier. Like honestly. Because I think Dustin is also at the end of his career where he wants another shot at gold. We'll see kind of, I guess, how Justin Gaethje's career, I guess you can say like ends in a nice way. I would like, well, I don't know if Conor will ever fight in that weight class again, but
I don't think so.
I feel like Justin Gaethje should look for fights that he could probably get bonuses or a big money fight, to be honest, you know, just to make as much money as he can before he leaves the UFC. Because honestly, if I see him lose again, and I think if he loses again, I think he'll put up the gloves, to be honest. But I wish him well. I mean, he's been a dog in that division, and I think his name in that division is going to be remembered for a long time, bro. So we'll see what that, I guess, his future looks like. But let's talk about another person, bro. I mean, Usman is also reaching the end of his career. And I mean, you see people talk about it, bro, on podcasts and interviews that, you know, it's creeping up, bro. It's creeping up, and he's been dominant for a long time. And then you get caught, you lose. You start asking yourself, you know, I'm getting old. I got beat. I'm not your champ anymore. I'm not the guy who I used to be. And this past fight, Usman didn't look like the Usman that we're used to seeing either. That's what I thought. Yeah. So I think the first fight of him and Jorge was pretty, not close, but it was a little bit better. And I was excited to see Jorge fight Usman because I was like, oh shit, I think Jorge has a chance.
He's on a high horse. He was on a high horse.
And he just fucking put him to sleep, bro. And I was like, that's fucking.
Yeah, I think Jorge's too cocky, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know, man. Like, Jorge's, like, shown a lot of, that he could be potentially the champion, but he's never, I think he's like Justin Gaethje, too. Like, just always fell short. Always just kind of been a journeyman.
But Jorge's really, in my opinion, he's never really had a real great moment aside from Ben Askren. Yeah,
like, he's never had, like, a good fight. Like, whoa.
Like, I'm not like, wow, he's really good. Because he still has street fighter beginnings. Like, that's his come up, is he was a street fighter. So that knockout of Ben Askren is like his highlight of his career. Yeah. But really nothing else. No really big fights that I think he was just like, wow, he's so good.
Yeah. And like, I mean, Usman beat him twice. The second time just put him to sleep. And another impressive win for me that Usman got is when he beat Gilbert Burns.
That was impressive, yeah.
And I remember watching that fight with my cousin, bro. And I mean, they had like, it was so weird to see them fight, bro, because they used to train together.
Yeah, they used to be like best friends.
And
like Colby and
you could tell like Gilbert Burns and like Usman, like they didn't want to talk shit to each other, but Gilbert Burns also wanted to be champion. So he was like trying to like, I guess he could like talk shit to get in his head. I don't know, but I think they cried. I think Gilbert cried at the end and like kind of apologized to Usman. But Usman got caught like real bad in the beginning. I don't know if you remember or not. But like it was bad, bro, and I was like, bro, Usman's finna lose. Yeah. And then he bounces back and TKOs Gilbert Burns. Yep. Which was really impressive. I was like, bro, I thought he was gonna lose that fight. Yeah. You know. So another impressive win, and I mean it was by Gilbert Burns, which I think he's one of the best guys up there. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens with Usman. I think I think it just depends who he fights next. Like, who does he fight next, bro?
Usman?
Yeah. Who can he fight next?
Definitely got to fight Hamzat.
That would be a crazy fight. I don't think Hamzat makes weight, though.
Maybe, but who else could he fight? He's going to dominate, in my opinion, he's going to dominate anybody who he fights in that division. But he's got to fight somebody other than Leon.
Or Colby.
Yeah. To get a title shot. I think he'll definitely get a title shot again because he's still the best in that division, aside from Leon right now, obviously. But other than that, I don't see nobody fucking with Usman.
I think the only fight that does make sense is him and Hamzat.
Yeah.
Chimaev.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because, I mean, we don't really want to see him and Colby if it's not a title shot, you know?
Yeah.
And the only way I think I would want to see that fight if Colby was the champion,
Yeah.
you know? And, like, to see if he would call out Usman, because I think his scary ass wouldn't, you know? But that's me.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm missing a name, bro, in that weight class, but I can't think of anyone who...
But I'm sure somebody's going to come up out of the woodworks, like a no name that doesn't really have a name yet.
Or someone that, yeah, we just don't...
Somebody's going to come up. And
do you think he should fight somebody to, like a warm-up fight to kind of get back in a rhythm?
I don't think so.
You
I think he should go straight for whoever the best is.
Back to it?
Number one contender. Number two.
Would you be surprised if he decided to retire?
I would.
You would be surprised?
I'd be surprised, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be
I
surprised.
wouldn't, bro. I'd be like, damn, I understand. Like,
I don't think he wants to retire like that.
I don't think so either, but I guess I just wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a prideful man. Like,
yeah,
very
for sure.
cocky, very arrogant, rightfully so. But he's got a lot of pride. I think he does not want to retire on a loss. I think he makes another title run. He ends
And
up getting a
retires,
title shot.
Yeah.
If he loses that title shot or wins, I think no matter what, he retires.
Yeah, I think even if he won, he'll still retire.
I think he would retire, win or lose.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to retire until he gets another title shot, which he will, in my opinion. He'll definitely get another title shot.
Within the year?
No.
No.
I'll say within the next 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
I think
2
a
years.
year from now he would.
A year from now, maybe, but I
Yeah.
don't think this year.
No,
Within
not
this
at all.
year.
2024.
Definitely not. Yeah.
2024.
I think he'll fight one more time this year, fight one more time next year, and then
Title
his
shot.
third fight will be a title shot. Yeah. If he wins his next 2 fights.
We should just work for the UFC, bro.
We should.
What are they called? The people that make the fights?
Yeah, we should be those guys. Yeah.
We're just like the best journalists, UFC journalists.
Yeah.
All right, this is just kind of an interesting topic or fun topic to talk about. Last topic, just there was an interview with Conor. I sent it to you. I don't know if you watched it or not. Conor looked happy. He looked great. He looked healthy. He looks healthy. He looks like he's ready to fight. He looks like he wants to fight. He said he wants to fight at 170 though.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
I love that. In my opinion, I think Conor at 170 is great. Like way better than he was at 150, whatever the fuck he was.
155. Yeah.
155. I think. Yeah. Like I think he looks better at 170. He's stronger, and he's a striker. Like he's a stand-up fighter. I think, in my opinion, if he did fight Leon, I honestly think that he would beat Leon.
I think so too.
In my opinion, because he's so technical.
Yeah.
His fighting is so technical, and his timing is.
What about him and Kamaru?
I think Conor loses.
But wouldn't that be a good fight?
It would, but
Yeah,
I think if he fights a wrestler or somebody who can take him down, that's where he will not be good. But Leon isn't a wrestler.
Yeah.
He doesn't really strive on takedowns or anything. So I think Conor would beat Leon, in my opinion.
Because if Conor does fight this year, which he says that he is against Michael Chandler. At 170, I think if he does win and he maybe what if he just knocks out Chandler within 30 seconds or a minute, he's going to be fucking calling out people for that title belt, bro.
Yeah, and he'll get it.
And he'll
get what
it.
he wants.
Yeah. But I think the only way he does is by knocking out Chandler. He has to knock him out.
Which is a really hard task because Chandler's chin is fucking made of steel.
Well, he's been knocked out by everybody.
Chandler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except he beat Dan Hooker.
That's it.
He got
Gaethje,
beat by
TKO'd.
Gaethje. Got beat by
Oliveira
Poirier.
TKO'd. Poirier TKO.
Poirier was TKO?
All of them were TKOs, bro.
Okay.
Yes. He gets knocked out.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't see him doing it in 1 round, 2 rounds. I mean, he's got stamina.
yeah, he does have a chin.
He's got a
He'll
chin.
eat a few. But I'm like, bro, it would be so fucking cool to see Conor be a triple champ, bro. Weight class.
That would
Triple
be
champ.
dope. That would be...
Nobody has ever done that.
No.
He was the first one to be double champ. What if he's the first one to be... Well, not the... I don't know. I don't think there's ever been a champion in
GSP?
In 3 different weight classes?
Oh, I thought we were talking about 2.
No. In 3 different weight classes.
He wasn't the first double champ. I think he was the first double champ at the same time.
Yeah. Because you're right. GSP did win 2 titles.
There's a few people that did. I think Silva.
Yeah.
John Jones. There's a few. But Connor's just first one that had him at the same time, which was fucking
dope.
iconic.
Yeah. But bro, I mean, can you imagine him just being a champ at 170?
I think he could.
I think he could too.
Yeah.
And bro, he just seems hungry, bro. From that interview, I don't know him. Obviously, he's putting up a certain image on the media.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going behind closed doors. But I'm like, bro, like this Conor looks healthy. He looks happy. I was like, bro, he looks like he's ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You see those pictures on the internet. Like, he looks big. Looks like he's training. Like, how, I don't know, man. It would be epic for the sport, you know, to see him be champion at 170.
For sure. I would love that. I love fucking Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
so how do you think it would happen for him if he did become champion?
I think he fights Michael Chandler and then gets the title shot immediately after.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And who do you think he fights for the title shot? Colby?
Leon.
But I mean, Leon's gonna fight
Because Leon and Usman both said if they win, they are open to Conor being their next fight for the title.
But Leon said basically, if Jorge wins this fight, he's gonna fight Jorge next.
Well, yeah, it won't be Conor's next fight, but Leon's wiping the floor with fucking Jorge.
Yeah.
So I think Conor, if he beats Chandler, which he should, have no problem with that.
But what if Leon and Colby does happen?
I think Conor gets the winner of whoever the next title fight is. I think he gets.
So
the
you
winner.
think if he beats Chandler, like, automatically title shot?
I think so.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn, that's crazy.
A mixture of Dana White privilege and Conor's the face of the UFC.
Yeah.
And he's the money man. And I think whoever has the championship,
want
to fight Conor.
Yeah.
Like, they are inviting that fight because they're going to get a milli quick.
Easy.
Like,
yeah.
More money than they've ever made in their life. So even if they don't think he deserves it, it's like,
but I think
why would you not?
I think the best fight to make happen would be like a Leon. Can you imagine, like, if for some reason Jorge Masvidal beats Gilbert, then beats Leon? Wouldn't it be fucking crazy to see Jorge and Conor McGregor?
I do want to see Conor and McGregor, or
Masvidal?
Conor and Jorge fight, because Jorge was like, a long time ago, he was like, I'm too big for Conor.
Yeah.
He's scared.
Oh,
He's scared
really?
to come up here. Yeah, he said, I'm too big. Because they were asking Jorge about that fight, and he was like, I'm too big.
Yeah, like,
he can't stay in your weight class.
Yeah.
So I would love to see Conor fucking sleep Jorge.
That would be crazy. That would be epic.
Yeah,
too.
that would be, yeah. Because Jorge's like, Conor, he can talk. He's been the double champ. So he can talk all this shit.
Yeah.
He's backed it up before, even though he's got them losses under his belt, but has a resume behind him. Jorge has nothing.
Yeah.
He's just so cocky and arrogant for no reason. I'm like, bro, you have the fastest knockout in UFC history. Congratulations. You knocked out a wrestler.
Yeah.
And with a flying knee, which great. That was awesome. Iconic moment in UFC.
Never did it again.
Yeah, and you'll never do it again probably. But
never got a KO'd after that.
Yeah, but he's so arrogant. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Conor would wipe the floor with that dude, in my opinion. But I would like to see them fight, honestly.
Yeah. But dude, him and Leon would be a really good fight, stylistically too, though.
Conor and Leon would be a good fight.
It would not go to the ground.
Colby and Leon would be a good fight. That's the fights I like to see.
Yeah.
Standing up wars. That's why I like
Yeah.
watching Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, because rarely do they ever go to the ground. They're just standing up, fucking
And
piecing each other up.
and I understand, like, the ground game.
Yeah,
but,
it's part of it.
But sometimes I feel like it's just it's overdone. Like, you're being on the ground because you don't want to stand up.
Because you want to win by points.
Yeah, you don't want to stand up and piece this guy up or
Yeah.
get some licks off of him, whether it's with your fist or with your legs.
Yep.
So that's the only time I get fucking annoyed.
And it's boring.
Yeah, it's just
Boring.
You know, we're not watching wrestling, bro. We're
Yeah.
watching fucking UFC.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're casuals.
We're casuals, yeah. For sure.
But guys, I want to give an announcement. I didn't really talk to you about this. I kind of just made the decision, and I asked you about it. About recording twice a week and posting twice a week. We're going to be posting twice a week. Our plan is for Tuesdays and Fridays. So, you know, we just kind of, I guess for me, really, bro, just like, you know, making clips and I'm stressing about them and this and that. And I get happy. I get excited. You know, we get a few thousand views, blah, blah, blah. Cool. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the comments, all that stuff. But when I see our YouTube video, like, hit over 100 views, which is not a lot, but it's like
good.
I mean, from a long time ago, 30 views, 20 views, whatever. It's just like, man, like, it makes me so happy. And And there's things that we talk about, and it's really good if we just put that shit out like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, but we got to wait till like Monday or Tuesday. And I'm like, man, fuck that. Like, let's just record twice a week. And I'd rather stress about getting a whole episode out and then like feeling the gratitude that comes after that versus just clips. And I was like, it's Wednesday and I'm still posting about the UFC fight that happened on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, it's Friday and I'm still talking about this movie that came out last Friday, you know, stuff like that, you know, that that'll just help us. And honestly, watch time, and anyone who has a YouTube or stuff, whatever, I was like, watch time on YouTube is so much more important than anything, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, we're averaging, and it's not a lot, like 5 to 10 hours per episode. So, you know, if you multiply that by 2, now you're averaging 10 to 20 hours per episode.
Yeah.
You know, and then just like incrementally, bro, like each week or in a month, like that should just slowly start to grow. So by the end of the year, we'll be like averaging hopefully like 50 to 70 hours per week, you know?
Yeah.
For posting 2 episodes a week. So we're going to try super and extremely hard to stay committed to that. I really want to do that, bro, honestly. It's far more important than making the clips. So stay tuned for that. More long form or just another episode a week, man, to kind of give you the best UFC journalism, boxing journalism, movie reviews, stuff like that. So
Facts.
stay tuned and look out for that. Look out for 2 episodes a week, and we'll figure out if we got to fix the Friday date or whatever. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoy the UFC fights. And I wish you guys a happy or good rest of the week and have fun. Peace.
Peace.